Welcome back, everyone. This is Shadow Drake, and let's just continue going on. Probably this will be end up being a little bit shorter than normal, but I think what I need to do, it's not mining. Trust me, it's not mining just yet. Uh, this is cooling, right? It is indeed cooling. Okay. I think what I need to do, honestly, is kind of re-look over that logic because I did it, and I'm not quite satisfied with the way it is. Why won't it open? Its battery died. I can't believe the battery died on this thing. It's not like I had it out and like flipping cold. It's not gonna take long. Alright. If I take a look at this, I need to go grab the manager out. Ah, okay. Swap my nuclear batteries. Swap that. And yep, you need a swap. What about you? You're dead. All my batteries are kind of just dead right now. You shouldn't be dead because you're a wireless. Same with you, you're a wireless. You need a top up, but none of them are topped up right now. One thing I do gotta look into is the whole controlling a transformer. I gotta go check at both my little transformers just to see just how it is. That should be enough. And that should be enough. Alright. Okay. Let's go back out there. How hot is it back here? Kind of okay. Let's leave it alone for a little while. Just a little while. Just a little while. I'm planning on coming back. Please don't break. So let's make sure... Alright, you just processed something. Alright, so let's... Off. Import. Back on. Alright. Loading all of that. Okay, so let's go back into this a little. I still have that on there? Am I even using that? Get rid of that line. What am I doing? Okay. So I may have pushed the settings and stuff over here, but I'm kind of going back to the empty check over here. Not the empty check. The error empty. I think what I need to do is create a instruction here to look for the RPM. Like, I'm thinking that when I open it, set the throttle, the limiter and stuff to 0 and things like that, that it'll just be okay. Because one, I'm expecting that to be errored out, and that's why it's here. Error, it'll be here. I turn it off, and then I push mode 5 to go to error clear. I yield, and then I do all of this stuff, and then yield again. But I'm thinking that's not the way I want to do this. Like, I think I should create another alias right here. Alias, hold on, probably right here. Alias CCRPM. Make you 12. Make you 11. Make you 10. I really want to kind of keep this in a nice order. 9. 8. 7. 6. You know, kind of like that. since everything is off of like the stack register and all of this stuff, it should theoretically be okay. And then over here, where I'm loading everything, I think where I get here, I just do lbn cc rpm ccc name rpm rpm rpm. My hands are up, kind of wondering about this. Whatever. Average. And so my thought is, I turn this off. I move this push 5 to here. Probably don't even worry about these yields anymore. Yield, yield, yield. But BLBGT, if CCRP RPM is over 10, we go to end. And that's kind of what I want to do, because I want to be able to wait for the whole thing to spool down and then open and set the throttles down and then basically be done with this. You know? That's kind of what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, this is going to be absolutely hard to wait to check. I almost have to wait for it to fill up. And if I did some math, it takes roughly, go back to my math, it takes roughly 8 ticks, which is 4 seconds, right? Let me look. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, about 8. About 8 ticks at the most. So 4 seconds to process a dirty ore. It takes 3,000 of them to fill up and go to air. 12,000 seconds. So divide that by 60. That's 200 minutes. Divide that by 60. That's 3 hours. Which, you know, with the way I do things, that 3 hours is going to fly by and come quick, you know. But it's still a long time. Let's export you. Let's hope I didn't break anything when I did this. Alright, but best way to tell is once... Oh my... How is this thing? 352. Woohoo! I have made this go down by like 1. So it takes 2 combustion centrifuges to keep up with 4 deep miners. Well, don't worry. I'm going to... Oh! I looked it up. I looked it up. Exactly what it was. For storing the uranium ores. I looked up what one of the users did. No, it's not that. Hard suit backpack. And I put the recyclers back! Okay, first off, no distractions. There's no way I'm gonna... What am I talking about? It'll work fine. It'll work fine. I gotta go back to this because I left that. I left that going. Might as well grab a recycler while I'm at it. Pretty sure I had one, but... Alright. And it's kind of cool. Alright. Recycler. Yeah, there you are. Base is kind of cool enough, so let's stop you and bring everything back and empty. Perfect. I really need to fix this. I need some chutes. I forgot the chutes. I had to look up at his photo, but I thought it was pretty cool. I put my recycler back in, didn't I? for his uranium storage system, which I thought is cool. Because as much as I want to just like dump it all out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, you should have stuff. Still working. Alright, has stuff. Awesome. Alright, so for my uranium iron storage, let's go back to this. So, he puts... What I saw him put is a junction. Like this. With a corner. It looks hilarious. But now I can have it on. And it should just be cycling forever. I yeeted that uranium somewhere over here, but I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. So with that... Oh boy. One thing I want to do... I need my configuration cartridge. This is gonna be awkward. So, the RPM is 525. If I turn this off... Oh, okay, good. It still shows the RPM. Probably stressed that a little bit. Yep. But you saw how quickly that RPM dropped. And that's kind of what I want to do, because these are gonna bump up, like, a massive amount. Okay, so now that that's well squared away... Wait a second. What are you doing in here? Oh, because this isn't as filled. Alright, cool. Ah, the lights turned on. Okay. This is weird. Alright, so, let's, dig out a mountain. This video is gonna be digging out a mountain time, because I need to get all the way to the fuel pipe, which is right here, thankfully. I need to actually keep filling up the... Is there any ores over here that I would want? Literally no. Oh my... Probably would have had a problem if I jumped and broke my helmet. Look, I already died one time due to mining. I really don't want to die another time due to me forgetting that something's above my head. Actually... Oh. I forgot to check on something. I get so easily distracted. It's... It's amusing and not at the same point. So, that's already hot. 10.3 megapascals. I really need to set up the phase change setup for pollutants. So the goal for the pollutants is that I need to set up a pollutant heat exchange, phase change loop, probably another dual system like that. You know, put more glass walls over here and attach it to that pollutant, to that setup, this pollutant tank right here. This pollutant tank is stupid hot, which is fine. I want it to be hot for the time being, because I need to attach this insulated liquid tank to it. And by that I mean I need to have another phase change loop device to warm up this water. Because I want to have a tank of hot water. I got plenty of water in there. That's awesome. I want to have a tank of hot water because I want to stop kind of just cheesing with the furnace to warm up a system, and instead to just pipe up a pipe of that hot water to a new room, put it on a medium radiator, and just see how well it does. That's my that is my goal for it. And honestly, I feel like that would be a little bit less cheaty and probably a little bit more fun to work with. But I need to set up the phase change loop device. So that'll probably be the next thing I really need to set up, because this needs to get warmed up to, well, it's already stupid hot. This needs to be basically warm enough and tied to this CO2 tank that needs to be cooled down, ironically enough, so that it can regulate the temperatures for my nitrogen, oxygen, and I'm going to have a small insulated tank of water over here too. And, you know, regulate that as well. With all of those devices set up and regulating, it should give me something to work with. Like, I can mix my oxygen and nitrogen to make a breathing air mix. I can also mix some carbon dioxide to make a plant air mix for my greenhouse that I will eventually build. Keyword eventually. And so that is the current plan. But one thing I do want to do is kind of square away setting up the rest of the first floor. And the thing that I'm missing right now is the gas fuel generator and Stirling engine setup. But due to my strange planning, hey, there's an egg right here. Due to my planning, I got it in such a weird way that it's gonna fall in this mountain. Just like my rockets will eventually do the same thing. I need somebody else to kind of help. I feel like that a lot right now. So yeah, unfortunately this video is going to be kind of me just setting it up, setting up the floor space for it, because I do want this system right next to it, like and I'm just going to lay out some frames, weld them up a bit. Alright. 6. Oh, come on now. I might need to get some more NOS in, though. Stuff. Alright, let's do frames first. Okay. So, frames. Let's go ahead and get these. I know my building is going to be a little bit blocky looking. I need to weld these. Maybe not yet, just yet. Okay. Okay. So, this is going to be kind of like the pathway. You know, this is going to be continuing the pathway. I do want there to be an airlock right here so that I can go to the atmospheric center, you know. The chicken pen is obviously not going to be right there, but I don't know if I want to just have a hangar door that it just opens and lets the chickens die or whatnot. Oh. One thing I have to kind of think about is with the way that I plan on making the batteries. You know, this is kind of where things get a little bit tricky. Let's just go ahead and weld some of these so that I can walk on them without falling. You know, that frustrates me. That's not what I wanted you to weld, but okay. Okay, where's the data port for you? On the outside. See, that's the weird thing for me. Medium transformers have the data on the outside. Large transformers have the data on the input side. It's a little odd, but I think I can kind of work with that. just doing one for now because I need to scope it out. I need to have floors. I need to stop falling through. And I can be assured that my deep miners are mining for me and my centrifuges are centrifuging. Alright, so here's what I got. What I am thinking is that I have 3 large station batteries kind of like right here. So like 1, 2, and 3. I want to have some space because I want to be able to see them. Let's go ahead and construct them. No harm in doing that. And see, this is kind of where I'm going to have some issues with the way I'm doing this. I need the data on these station batteries. No, actually I won't have problems. I'm just overthinking that. Okay, so I need to set up a group of stirlings and a group of GFGs. But looking at these, you know, just placing them, I want to have a pathway. This... Let me just go ahead and weld it up. So this is my normal pathway. Right here. That's kind of where I run into problems. Because this is continuing from my little room up there. You know, because that's my thing. I guess it's not a problem then. I can make this kind of go out to be my airlock for... Wow, I just screwed this to flip up. So this is my airlock to go out to my atmospheric center. You know, smack dab into a furnace. However, I want to have a door right here with another door, kind of like an airlock. I want there to be a secondary door and airlock, so that to go in here, I have to keep an eye on what's the state of not only this little section right here, this L section, that I'm going to go on ahead and weld. My battery's about to run out on that too. So I want to watch how... be an airlock. I don't want to go in there unless a door that's connecting in here for my Stirling and GFG room, and another door over here for my batteries is closed. So I will need a chip to watch that. Maybe I should go and grab the doors. You know, place them. If I place them, then I have better visuals, because I am a very visual person in the sense that I need those visuals to kind of know what in the world I am doing. But and the reason I want to do that is because I want to be able to come in to those batteries right here to check on statuses and potentially adjust a chip that I want to put on this wall, because I'm going to have those batteries feed 3 transformers, 1 for the first floor, 1 for the second floor, and 1 for the third floor. They need to be monitoring, that chip will be monitoring how those batteries are doing. And if their ratios are getting really low, it's going to turn on those transformers and feed extra power to that line. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be drawn first. You know, whether it's going to draw fully from the batteries and these transformers are going to be worthless until those are completely drained, Or if they're gonna draw what little they can from these batteries and push the rest out from those. You know, I'm not entirely sure how that will work. I really am not sure. I wanted to use this to charge those other batteries. The problem I'm gonna have with that though, and since I'm hungry, I might as well go inside, make some doors, and come back. The problem I'm gonna have with that though is that if I'm charging those batteries with my GFG and stuff, then when a storm comes, what is it gonna charge? You know, what if I have them in such a way, I did that in such a way that my GFG and stirlings are just going to keep these fully charged. And if that happens, then, you know, why even have windmills? I want my backup battery power. I had some doors somewhere. I'm gonna need you to. Alright, I had 200 G's of steel. Who needs it? You got 242, you got 150, you have 309, and you have 58. You need it. Where was I? Transformer. Large. I don't know how many are in a stack, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start building you. I want 3 of them. Star Seedlings, Galactic Metallurgy. That's fine. I had doors. There's some doors. What are you doing there? Did I have other doors? No. And then I have one iron sheet that should be in my inventory. Okay, good. So that does not stack. That's perfect. So I need to... Alright, that's good enough. I'll just go ahead and place you. I think I'm gonna need a stack of doors. $70 iron, 30 copper is not that bad. It's not that big of a loss. I'm gonna need them anyways. Who makes the hanger? Okay, hanger door. You're in the pipe bender. Alright. I'm gonna need these. 1, 10, and just start building. 25 steel. Okay. I need to put that in there. And that in there. Oh, it's a stack of 5 doors. That's fine. And I know that'll make 5. Yep, that'll make 5. Alright. Going back out there. I need to lay doors. I really cannot see things very well without the doors. Alright, so what is this? Large transformers. And I need my door kits. Alright. So, if I have a glass door right there, that'll at least let me know about that airlock. Now, I want a composite door like this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and weld these up. Go ahead and, yeah, just go ahead and get that done. Just gonna gonna be open. There we go. Because what I want to do is have a transformer. That'll be first floor. And then what I am going to do is kind of have like an upper pathway right here. With the ladder. Transformer large. This will be for my second floor. And this will be for my... Kind of scared to crush myself, to be honest. Third floor. Just like that. So with that, I'll be able to control these three transformers, first, second, third. I'm going to hard limit them, so maybe the first floor will get 40,000 at max, third floor gets 40,000 at max, second floor gets, 15,000. Because I don't expect the living space to really need that much power draw. But clearly the first floor, second floor, and the trade floor are going to use up a heck of a lot of power. But back here, however... Come on now. It's going to be a slightly different story. This is where I figured that I would need a lot of these. And I need to dig out a lot of this area. Because I need to have enough space to fit 2 GFGs as well as 6 stirlings. I'm not gonna fill those in just yet. Really should put a nuclear battery on my welder if I'm gonna do a lot of welding. Considering that the cold is sapping this. I'm almost out of time too. At least for this. But if I can get the layout started, like the footprint, I can work with it. I've mentioned how cooling in Europa is absolutely brain dead easy for a gas fuel generator, or in this case the Stirling engines. And I don't mean that to insult anybody if you haven't thought of this, but hopefully this at least goes. And I'm not kidding about how kind of simple it is for it. Like, I really don't want to cause offense on that. I just... Oh, I have extra doors. So what I want to do... Oh, that's backwards. I need to take that apart. I think it's, hand drill. No, it's a wrench. I need to do it this way. Alright. So, here's my exhaust pipe. What I want to do, let's place the GFGs first. The GFGs need fuel in one side and exhaust the other side. This is kind of where it's going to get a little bit quirky. I can work with fuel pipes going in this way. So if I... Let me just put one down, because it's a good... Again, I really have a hard time working without visual. So, I need to fit these stirlings. So what I was thinking is doing 1, 2, 3 sideways, 1, 2, and then this is kind of where I'm going to run into the problems. 1, 2. Yeah, that's too close. It doesn't matter anyways, because I got to take him all out. Because I wanted to be able to come in and service this room if for some reason I needed to. But the way I have this right now, it looks like this is too close to my doors. No matter which door I come in, it's going to be far too close. So I need to move. I need to do kind of two things. I need to move these probably back to right about here. One, two. Did I say 3? 1, 2. I think I got it wrong. Where's my pipes? Okay, I did want to do 3 pipes worth, so 3. And then that still puts me in that same issue. Not far enough. So let's do 2 pipes worth. So shouldn't have a storm. Okay. 1, 2. It's my timer. Let me know. 2. And my pups are, yeah, just like this. So see, with this, I am able to come in. I can do some maintenance or wiring or look at stuff. Here's where my exhaust comes in. Now I know to curve this out this way. What do I need to fill these up, finish these up? Steel sheets. Oh, I'm glad I have some. Perfect. Now I need electronic parts and probably a screwdriver, don't I? Just slap them on. That's cool. I'm good with that. I'm out of electronic parts, guys. Oh well. Now, the thing is, do I need 8 of them? Probably. And this actually works out because my GFGs, which I'm going to go ahead and remove it. My GFGs, of course, there's 1, 2. Probably need to move them back up 1 more. 2. There we go. That gets it all squared away. So, the only reason I'm thinking I might need 8 is because I will have NOS fuel being cooked in my generators. My centrifuges. I do not think I will need NOS fuel for my GFGs because I did the math. 8 stirlings, if for some reason they all max out at 8 kilowatts each, 8 times 8 is 64. I don't think that will happen. My GFGs with volatile oxygen fuel can probably do 15 kilowatts each. Summed up together, I have the potential Not going to get there. The potential to get about 95 kilowatts of power from this generator room, so to say. And it is going to get very flippin' toasty. And here's where there's going to be two ways to cool this system down. Number one, I will do probably a glass door right here. This will be an outer door. And probably gonna do another one. Oh, come on. Rotate correctly for me. Thank you. Another one right here. I know my time's up and I gotta head out. But with this, I now have a visual representation how much more I need to pipe and how much more I need to set up. And if you've noticed, I'm also building hangar doors. What is going to happen? I am going to create a logic chip that is going to monitor my gas temperature in here. Probably a sensor in there or on the ceiling above some of these. Yeah, filter low. Maybe one or two to kind of keep an eye on this. I will install hangar doors above these. Probably above right here and above right here. If this room gets above 50 Celsius, maybe one above the GFGs too, it'll open doors and covers. Let Europa air in. Once the temperature gets below, cools back down to like 10, closes everything back up. And that's how I plan to keep this entire room cool. For a very budget bill, 1 GFG entire room, I kid you not, all you need to do is get the room set up, slap a door right there. All you need to do is control it. Gets hot, open door. Gets cold, close door. The GFG will make all the heat it needs. And it will make all the heat that it needs. But that's my plan. That's what I gotta do. And that's what I intend to do. Yes, that is going down. That is good. How many reagents is in here? So I have... Ooh, that's halfway done. It's gonna unload soon. That's a little under halfway, but that's fine. I expected things to be that way. That is how I expect that room to work, and that whole thing to function. And the reason why I want a sealed off area is because that power room is just going to all have those doors open to the GFG, kind of like a little bit of buffer, but also to keep, keep those batteries from heating up, keeping that place way too warm, cooling down. That's why I kind of want to have an airlock script to watch that. And the airlock script is going to be wholly for just keeping that room, maintaining it, to give me access in case I needed to do maintenance. Like, for example, if I undertune this and I actually needed more in the second floor, a little less on the first floor, I can retune that. But right now, I'm trying to get the entire footprint down so that I can then go back and fully complete the system. That's going to be the big thing. Next time, I am going to mine a little bit more volatiles and nitrice. Keep filling up those tanks because I need to not only do that, get that auxiliary room going, but I need to set up my phase change system for Europa. That oxygen is fine. It's already warm enough. I really need to start getting pollutants to do their job. And while the pollutants are good and happy, uh, they might be a little too happy, to be honest. I need to start moving thermal energy to that water tank, which means I do need to fill it up. I have plenty of liquids here. Oh yeah, and then I gotta move this to another water tank that's gonna be kept at 14 Celsius. I have a 20 Celsius. Alrighty, well, plenty more to do. And next time, we're just gonna keep working hard on the power generator room. Or the one of the other 3 systems. Just whichever kind of strikes my fancy at this point, since I'm still building up the floor. Alright. Thank you, and you have a good rest of the day.